All right. Welcome to the Weekend Mixtape in the AM Project, coming to you live from the Little Wellness Arts Center right here in Pleasantville, here with Councilman Marty Small on the far left, my man Karl from Breakthrough News on my closer left. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming out, taking time out of your busy schedule to be with me today and talk about some issues. Tip top of the food chain though is the Girls and Boys Club, supposed to close for the summertime, but Councilman Marty Small stepped up and connected with the Rebel and is having a benefit fundraising party. Do I have it basically right? Mostly right?
Well, two things.
Okay.
I can't take credit, for everything myself, but there's a lot of people in the community stepping up, to help the Boys and Girls Club reopen its doors and put on a quality summer camp for the children of Atlantic City and beyond, because, in the summer more kids than just Atlantic City kids go to the club. Secondly, under no circumstances do I throw parties. So let's just be politically correct that
he throws events.
I'm having a fundraiser event. It's going down Friday, January 13th.
June.
I said January all day. Friday, June 13th at Rebel in Ovation Hall, and it's going to be mixed entertainment. It's going to be a little something for everybody, and we'll release the final details of that by the week, by the weekend. Exactly, the structure that's going to be, but it's going to be something that everyone in Atlantic City can attend. It's not a targeted market or a targeted demographic, and this is nothing to do with Marty Small Entertainment. This is Marty Small, the citizen, and I'm just doing what I do best, and that's promoting the event. 100% of the proceeds will go to the Boys and Girls Club of Atlantic City. Their board of trustees and different board members and staff will man the door and collect all proceeds from all the areas in Rebel where things will be for sale.
Okay. How'd you come up with the idea that you wanted to do a fundraiser for this project?
Well, for those who don't know, the Boys and Girls Club is near and dear to me. I was a member from ages 6 to 18. I went there every single day it was open, and I just want the children of Atlantic City to have the same opportunity that I had to stay out of trouble and to do some positive things. I was there so much when I was younger. All the staff members would say, one day you're going to come back and run this place. And that's what's also important about the Boys and Girls Club, is the lasting relationships that you have with the staff members. I still remember, Mr. Hicks, Mr. Banks, Ms. Preston, Mr. Brooks, not to leave anybody out. If I didn't name you, charge it to my head, not my heart. And that's the same thing that I have to this day, because when I did come back, I actually opened the new building in the year 2000, and I ran the Boys and Girls Club for 4.5 years. And I'm Mr. Marty still to 30-year-olds to this day. So it's just a respect thing and a relationship that you always have with the staff there, and it's just a beautiful place for children. And I wanted to do something, and I wanted to, act quick, because my personal goal was to make sure that the kids had summer camp. And, I called, to his credit, Scott Krieger from Rebel and said, look, let's, put this event together, for the Boys and Girls Club. It's a benefit, and, I'm going to just, do what I do best, and, we're going to bring the people out. There's no doubt in my mind, that the community is going to support it. Okay. I have a personal goal to raise $50,000, and
Karl got that in his pocket.
Yeah, I have a personal goal to raise $50,000. And the funny thing is, actually now that goal is down to $45,000, because I received a commitment from a very influential business owner today, who is actually going to bring the check to the event. So that's a good thing, and I'll keep his identity secret until the event.
Okay, all right. Now, you know how some interviewers want to keep everything positive on a positive note? That's not really me. So, because me and you talk, there's some things I gotta get off my chest and out in the air, and then we can deal with it and move on. But what's the date again?
June 13th. Friday, June 13th. Revels Ovation Hall, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Okay. When I first heard that Boys Club was going to be closing for the summer, I was upset, and I really didn't have a whole lot to say because everything that came out of my mouth was going to be negative. Tell me why I'm wrong.
It depends why everything was coming out your mouth negative. You can start by
Number
telling
one.
I'm saying,
Okay.
start by telling me your
Number
issue,
one.
and I can tell you.
Number one, my first issue was how you gonna close during the summertime in a city like Atlantic City. I can see the fights, the body counts, the nonsense going up with the kids being out of school with one less place to have resources to go to. So that was number one. Number two, born and raised in Atlantic City, so I can say this. I've seen more money messed up that was supposed to go to kids in my life than I even care to comment on. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Lord, they done messed up these kids' money.
Okay. That's it?
Well, those were the biggest two.
Okay, all right. Well, first and foremost, you're absolutely correct. No one wants to see the Boys and Girls Club closed, period. But let alone in the summertime when there's no school and there's a lot of idle time for children. Let's make something correct. Yes, the Boys and Girls Club is a vital cog in our community, and it gives kids a whole lot to do. But there's always going to be issues dealing with violence. We just got to get a handle on it. Number two, contrary to popular belief, the Boys and Girls Club is not funded by the city of Atlantic City. The Boys and Girls Club is not funded by the casinos. The Boys and Girls Club is funded by private donations and grants. Okay. The Boys and Girls Club costs nothing to the taxpayers in the city of Atlantic City. So when people, came out and start finger pointing about,
I didn't finger point.
No. I'm saying people in general. Especially, with this councilman, I can speak for myself. I was under attack, which I can understand. But like I said, you got to educate people on the process. The boys, who would know more than me how Boys and Girls Club is run?
Gotcha.
So when people start taking shots about the city not spending money and what is city council going to do, could the city do better with funding the Boys and Girls Club than they have in the past? Absolutely. When I was at the Boys and Girls Club, we got about $5,000 or $10,000 from the city for programming. It's appreciated, but in the grand scheme of the operation, that wasn't much. It's not a lot of money at all.
No.
But organizations like that who depend on donations and grants and everything, it's cool. But we just gotta rally as a community, and more importantly, as a community. And I say it all the time, and I don't hesitate to say it. Our parents need to step up as well. You can't count on government to raise your children. I mean, we're there to try to keep funds in place as far as the city of Atlantic City and the programming that we do. We're trying to keep that in place. That's our job to do that. Right. But, it takes a holistic approach to the community. And you can't just finger point at, council, the mayor, or anybody. I mean, instead of the energy that you're using, taking shots at people, you can use it trying to be a part of the solution. And that's all I always say.
Well, I mean, personally what I did is I kept as quiet as I was going to about the situation because I figured a fundraiser would come along that I could support, and I do plan on buying at least one ticket, if not more, if I can afford to your event, because I was more of a PAL kid than a Boys Club kid, but I also went to Boys Club, and Boys Club was there when I needed them too. So, I definitely want to support that, and anything else that's positive going on. But again, being part of the community and a voice for the community, I also have to ask the questions that other people want to know.
And every time I come on your show, I say it's no holds barred.
And you never take it personal. You never take it personal.
And I'm always one, and I'm always up for debate. And the important thing, and not to interrupt you, the important thing about the fundraiser is that I wanted to make it as affordable as possible for people who really want to help out. Like, I mean, you know, people always counting on, you know, businesses and casinos, or, you know, people that's well off to write the $1,000 or thousands of dollars to check out their own checkbook. The reality is, a lot of people don't have it like that. You know, I mean, the way what the economy is, you know, people don't have the disposable income that they used to. So if you say you're having a fundraiser and you want to put a $50 minimum, I think a lot of people can afford $50, especially giving them a month in advance. And everybody in this community that contributes is going to say, look, man, I really did something good. Exactly. I was a part of that to help open those doors back up. Like I said, it's just me because, you know, I have the resources and the promotional wherewithal, you know, to kind of put things together, but it's going to be the people that are going to make it happen.
And I appreciate that. And I understood that. The way you put that together, I remember a long time ago, I was watching a TV show. Dude had, you know, he was a millionaire, whatever, wrote a check to his university for the whole fundraising project, and the dude from the university gave it back. He said, no, all the alma mater, everybody who went to this school want to contribute. We can't let you write one check because then you isolate everybody else. So this gives the community opportunities, not to say the casino saved the boys club or Marty saved it. We can all come together and say we was a part of helping the boys club get out of the situation and to provide something for our kids this summer. So I applaud you for that. Next question. Do you think all the people who've been coming to me over the years asking me, you know, why don't Marty take some of that small ball money and do something? Do you think this will shut them up?
No, I mean, people will always have something to say, and I get that. But a lot of people are ignorant and uneducated to the facts. I'm not taking shots saying that people are uneducated, but they're uneducated to the facts. First of all, this is not a Marty Small entertainment event. This is Marty Small, and I'm putting on benefit for a place that I call home, that's near and dear to me. And you know, people can say what they want, but they never gonna question my loyalty to these children of Atlantic City. Whether it was from the Safe Haven program when I first started out, to the Boys and Girls Club, and now my record with the Atlantic City school system. I mean, people gonna always have something to say. Secondly, I repeat, Marty Small Entertainment is a for-profit business. Marty Small Entertainment is a for-profit business. I'm not a non-profit organization. I'm a business. The sad part about it, when Jay-Z had his 40/40 club here, nobody in Atlantic City questioned when things were going wrong in the community why Jay-Z didn't give nothing back, because they damn sure didn't give anything back to our community. I mean, can't nobody dispute that.
And you on watch the lines and find you in the elevator.
But you got to look at the same situation. How about when I've lost thousands of dollars on these events over the years because of my generosity? You know, trying to, you know, basically giving tickets away. People just do simple mathematics when they come into a room and say, well, he had about this many people, how much he charges, how much he made. But we went to school not to just do addition and subtraction.
I didn't time out. As a business owner, I love how people count your money. People ain't got nothing to do.
And that's what you're doing. Listen,
take time to count your money. That's just saying.
Listen, and not only that, how about when I've taken losses on the event? How about when events, you know, were flops? I've had my few, and like they say in the promotional industry, you're not a promoter until you get busted upside your head a couple times, meaning, you know, losing and everything. So why people want to question that? How about the financial difficulty both my family and I have suffered over the last 5 years because of the state of New Jersey? When I had to fund 2 lawsuits, 6 figures both times, paying for my own attorney, and being out of work for 6 months with a pregnant wife, while I was on trial, while the taxpayers was wasting their money when the state of New Jersey spent $5 million to try to put me in jail. People don't see that whole picture. And we still suffering because of that. Are things better? Absolutely. But that's not going away. And the only way to go away if I'm successful in a lawsuit, which I believe that I am going to be. So when people talk and people want to count this, like how about Christmas Eve 2010, when I had a tear in my eye, I had $25 to my name, and I had enough money to buy my son and daughter a tent for Christmas. But it just frustrates me when people don't know the real story. People just, oh, well, you know, he's a counselor, he's this, he's that. Like, let's be fair. Don't come at me because you know me. You know what I mean? Like I said, hold everybody accountable.
Right.
Once again, hold everybody accountable. So I get a little frustrated when I hear things like that because I'm still in court, you know, trying to fight for justice for what was done to me, not once, but twice.
Right.
And like I said, not only did I pay for my attorney both times, and before I went to trial, I was laid off, and when I got my job back, I had to take a $16,000 pay cut to save children's activities in Atlantic City. But don't nobody want to talk about that.
Okay. Again, only reason I'm asking, well, they're not the only reason, but the main reason I'm asking you, because when I go places, people, let me tell you how some people operate, which to me is small, but again, as long as you know me, I ain't never had a problem with Irene that you heard about in the street. If I had a problem with Irene, you know, I don't know where you live at now, but I knew where your door was back in the day. You know, I see you on the court or whatever and take it to you. So, no lie. What was the last joint you had? The Masquerade joint. No lie. The next day, people on the internet and they be running to me in the street. Oh, I see you at the Masquerade party last night. And they had all kind of cute stuff to say. And I'm like, you know, it's crazy. If you don't want to go, don't go. But why you giving me the third degree? Because I wanted to go and support the dude. You know, it's just like you said. You've been accused. You wasn't convicted of anything. And to be honest, well, I ain't gonna get into all that. But they make it seem like I'm buying tickets to Bin Laden or something like that.
Yeah, but
you understand what I'm saying? When the questions come to me, I have an opportunity to ask you the questions. I'm asking the questions. I'm not attacking you.
No, listen. You can pull out this tape, but you know the funny thing, like the casinos.
Don't cuss.
I'm not. The casinos don't cater to urban entertainment. Only once in a while.
Right.
Whether people like it or not.
Right.
When my 2 events per year come around, it's a frenzy. It's giving people in town. It's giving people in town something to do.
Exactly.
Take Marty Small out of the equation, as he said in the last movie. Everybody benefits from this event. Ask the offshore store owners and Showboat who sold out a mask for the event. How about when I'm having a white party and you can't find white from here to Philadelphia as it gets closer to the event?
Right.
You know, so my thing is, you know, don't make it all about me. How about that person who is on the job that normally, you know, will be told to go home early because, you know, the traffic isn't coming in.
Yeah.
But because of my event, they working those extra hours. Not only do people come here, they book hotel rooms, they eat in our restaurants, they shop in our stores, and it stimulates the overall economy. And guess what? I don't get $1 from that.
Right.
You know, and I'm not looking for $1 from that. But don't knock me because I have an ability to bring people here.
I don't think that's what it is.
When else, besides a major concert, do you get that kind of publicity for Atlantic City entertainment-wise?
I agree.
I'm just telling the truth.
Stick around because me and Karl are going to talk about some things.
No problem.
And I'm going to ask him. I'm going to bring up what I think the problem is, and ask him. And then, you know, if you feel free, if you want to jump in and correct some stuff, you definitely can. My brother.
What up, so
man? If y'all don't know, round about 85 to 95 on the basketball court. I remember he walked in the barbershop and said, point blank, flat out, I will bust Bobby Hurley's behind.
Bobby Hurley, Jersey City.
And I believe he was better than Bobby. I think he would have beat Bobby Hurley straight up.
Bobby Hurley. Not a good buy. Bobby Martin. Bobby Martin brought the scouts to the complex.
Yeah.
It was one of my best games. Bobby Martin brought the scouts.
Oh, you got him?
We was on the same team.
Oh, y'all was on the same team.
Like, passing the ball. I said, pick it up.
Wait, rumor has it, and I was a little young, but rumor has it that Lou Carnesecca said, who is that guy right there?
That's right.
You know? St. John's legendary coach.
Legendary coach.
Wow.
Mr. Lou.
Okay. So we're here with Karl Hall.
Yeah.
Breakthrough from Breakthrough News.
That's right.
Blowing up Facebook for everybody in Atlantic City, South Jersey area. Doing it, I guess we could say guerrilla style.
Yeah.
It's somebody on the outside or the more inside media. I love it.
Yeah.
Number one, so you know, you never, if anybody told you I was hating on you or whatever, it's crap. And you've been on my Facebook, you know, I'm on your Facebook, so if I had a problem, you know, I would have took it to you. For people who haven't seen the Breakthrough News, and with your permission, what I like to do is take one from your Facebook and actually load it onto my website so people can see it. But for people who haven't seen Breakthrough News, kind of set it up for them and explain what Breakthrough News is.
Okay, well, the Breakthrough News actually came from a phrase I heard when I was away in treatment. And basically, when the guy got finished talking, he said, you either gonna have a breakthrough or a breakdown.
Right.
So I used to say that to myself all the time. And then I had a void because I wasn't doing what I used to do no more. And I said, you know what? I bug out everywhere I go. And my girlfriend had an iPad at the time. I said, you know what? I'm gonna vent my own. In my mind, I'm a journalist. I'm gonna vent my own world of journalism. But my thing is, I don't want to let you know I'm gonna interview you. I just want to come around the corner or come out of nowhere on you.
Okay.
That way, it'll come straight from the heart.
Okay.
So like sometimes a lot of the news ain't
you
off
got
the
to get the
hook.
masquerade party.
A lot of the news ain't off the hook. Every now and then you might be like, I might see the young guys like, yo, you got some bars, and they might start off good, then they get to the middle and I'll be like, oh, you cussed, oh, man, you know what I mean? But I like to just come up on people. I like to give people news that they wouldn't normally get.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't watch the news. A lot of people don't read the region.
Right.
So I like to give them some other news that they might not know about.
And let's be real. Like I said, I've been on the inside of the. I've always been on the outskirts, but I've been on the inside of the outside of Atlantic City Weekly and in touch. Black folks don't have a good, strong, well-funded media source in this area.
I don't know why.
Oh yeah, you won't get me on my Malcolm X stuff. But we do have Breakthrough News, so I appreciate that.
And then I like the Breakthrough News. There's a lot of people that's on Facebook that used to live here that they live like in Atlanta, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. They get especially when I do it on the Avenue.
Right.
They get to see like, oh, 7-Eleven, oh, the bank, oh, the window. Oh, he down there by 10. Oh, Alexander's is closed.
Yeah.
Oh, he at the villa. Down there, oh, you in the barbershop. You know, a lot of people, they be like, yo, some people be like, yo, you make me want to come back home.
Yeah, it's like you take in Atlantic City to them from Facebook.
I give it to them on Facebook.
There you go.
You know what I mean? I like to walk through the city, and like the other day, yesterday I was on a walk, Mother's Day, I saw this girl walking. I said, excuse me, miss. She started walking fast. So I started following her. I said, I want to interview you. She was like, no, I don't want. I said, who does your hair? She's like, I get the hair by Marion. And I said, who did it? She said, Mikio. I said, oh. So she crossed the avenue, I crossed the avenue. You can see the bus and the traffic, cop cars are shooting bands, and I got the tablet.
Right.
Because people don't know, I'm the cameraman too.
Oh, okay, I was going to ask you about that.
So a lot of people don't know, because I got long arms, I'm actually the cameraman and the journalist all in one.
That's what's up.
I'm improvising, because I can't pay nobody to follow me around.
Yeah.
Ain't enough money in the budget.
You got to make it happen, man.
I can't even pay myself. So I got the slogan, the news that you can use to set a fuse or tighten up your shoes or take off your shoes.
Okay.
And then it's official tissue to deal with any issue. So everything has a catch.
Okay.
Because that's the society we live in now. Everything got that Biggie Smalls.
You got to be able to get on Twitter and sound fly.
Everything got to rhyme with the next word. You heard?
I heard it.
There you go. Okay. But it's a pleasure to be here with my man, RT. from back Maryland.
How far did we go back?
Where it was a community where one parent could check you.
Wow.
It ain't like that no more.
Wow. And I'm going to ask you about that in a little while, but I still want to talk a little bit more about the breakthrough news and what you're doing now. It's a great idea, and I love it. And actually, you know, I guess you're doing it right, because nobody has come up to me complaining, or I told you behind the scenes, like, you know, one day you'll be on Facebook and your little young cat will be ripping you off. Yeah. And then you know, you really big time then. But yeah, so what you doing with Breakthrough News, beautiful thing. Are you plan on attending Marty's event to benefit the
Oh yeah, if I can get off, I'm trying to work and get off on June. I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
It's on a Friday night.
So give me a Boys and Girls Club moment. I'll give you mine. Mine is a low light in the history of the Girls and Boys Club. But give me a good Boys and Girls Club moment.
A good Boys and Girls Club moment that I had.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the Boys Club.
Okay, the boy. Yeah, right.
But it's all because you know they blended that new building with the old building in.
Yeah.
Now the old building, right, had the beams in there.
Yeah.
So you had to shoot your jump shot or kill your way.
Yep. That's
right. You couldn't shoot too high.
The old Preston City warehouse.
That's right. You couldn't. The best shot was in the corner because the bars went that way.
Okay.
But if you shot from the front, you couldn't get it. You had to shoot like a line drive.
Right.
But my best Boys Club moment is a guy named Antonio Wino Harrell.
Oh, I know.
Wino. He used to jump off the wall and dunk. I've never seen that before.
Like run up the side of the wall?
They used to do that. Not the long way, the short way.
Short way, yeah.
Okay.
When you was too little, you could run and jump against the wall and bounce off of it and dunk.
I used to do that at Chelsea.
Yeah. Wino, yo, when I see him doing that, I thought it was amazing. I thought he was from another place.
Okay. I'll give you one. Low light. Probably the low light of my very, very short basketball career. Now, for about 5 years, I had some good lift, right? And I'm playing in some league over there at the Girls and Boys Club. I'm getting no burn, so the dude finally put me in. I get the rebound and go up and get ready to slam it and realize I'm on the wrong goal.
You was on the side.
No. I'm on the opposite team's.
So you got a rebound to throw the outlet pass and you're trying to dunk.
Because I wasn't halfway paying attention to the game. I got the rebound, jumped up, and I didn't slam it. I let the ball go.
That's a Monday Night Football. Come on, man.
That's definitely, come on, man. So needless to say, I don't even remember who the coach was. Pulled me with the quickness. Yeah. But a more positive note, shout out to Mr. Adams. I played for Boys Club's Little League baseball team. Yeah. And shout out to all the coaches and people like that who work with Little League and basketball after school programs. Because when I was young, I didn't realize how much of a sacrifice they were making, for us. So, okay. Ask you the same question I asked Marty. Was I wrong to be upset when I first heard Boys Club was going to be closing for the summer? Because I know I just got hot. I was just ready to start yelling at everybody.
Well, first I heard that it was the other club.
Oh, the one out.
When I heard it was the other club, I wasn't too upset because it was down that way.
Wow.
And then when they said the Mecca was closing, I said, you know what? I was in shock. I took it to the breakthrough. I would stop people.
Okay.
You know what's going on.
And what was the consensus?
It was like, everybody's attitude everybody was stoic. Everybody was like, well, everything else they want to do in the city.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was the kids. So I think being that just the kids,
right,
that help is gonna come from where we least expect it. Help gotta come. I don't think God will leave them little kids in a state of emptiness. So somebody's
Is
coming.
that you talking or the people you had on the break?
No, that's me talking. That was my, because you know, I went to Councilman Small House. Because I had got, I heard through the grapevine, rumorville, that they got the money.
Yes,
But it wasn't 100% accurate.
Okay.
I was getting ready for the NFL draft.
He's preparing. He's having a what you call that? He having a tailgate for the draft.
Okay.
I called him. I said I went to his house because I figured if anybody knew he had an idea, and I already broke the news.
Right.
Hope is all is not lost. The club is opening, and I still got faith the club is going to open.
Without faith, it's impossible to please
That's right.
God.
It's going to open. They're not going to have them kids running around here in this city. All these dice and gambling going on. All this funny money, Joes and Johns, all up Pacific Avenue getting money. Now, check out, we probably got some people that's doing stuff illegal that got enough money to keep the club open. The city is
I'm right there with you,
the
man.
city is so crooked. They should do what Denver did. You know how much money Denver made in 420? Tax that stuff and let's get that. Yeah, but you know everything is same way we had. You remember we used to have now they talk about Stockton might be coming right in the city.
Right.
I don't know how they gonna come where we had the Atlantic 10 Final Four here.
Yeah.
And then once they let gambling come in through the casino,
Yeah.
the schools couldn't play. Right? And it's something like that. You can't have online betting in the back. We lost it. That was like, you know, Atlantic City generates jobs for a lot of people in the summer.
Yeah.
From the Marty Small Ball to Mike Tyson. You know, all of that.
Yeah.
When people out of towners come, it's work here.
That's true.
You just gotta be willing to work.
Okay.
So my thing is, I do the breakthrough as fun. People like it. Some people say, yo, I be bored. I just wake up 2, 3 in the morning, go on your page. But like you say, some days I miss 3 or 4 days as I'm tired.
Right,
and they be like, where you at? I mean, man, I had a rough one at work. But sometimes I even watch it.
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff I say, like the one I just did in Sam's,
Right.
I did it, but I can't really see it till I sit home and watch it.
Okay.
So you know, you always gotta tell yourself, no matter what happens, you gotta break through. You gotta break through it. Because if you don't break through it, you're gonna like sort of start your breakdown. You either going up or you going down. Ain't
Wow,
no
I like
middle.
that.
That's it.
I like that.
You either going up or you going down. Ain't no
middle.
Yeah, you can't get no water and just sit there. Either you gonna start swimming up or you going down. So I use the break. So the breakthrough means so much. I even got a sweat hood they made me.
Okay.
At the jump off.
Okay.
The jump off, they made me a sweat hood.
Do the man.
Yeah, Duddy Man.
Duddy
I
Man.
got team breakthrough on the back and breakthrough news with a picture of a stick of dynamite on fire that says set the fuse.
All right.
Because you gotta set the fuse with your news.
I got you.
Same way when Small came up, listen, this is what we're gonna do. I believe before the 13th, a chunk of the money gonna be there.
Okay.
So that's just even gonna make the 13th even better.
Okay. Let's move on. Why do you think it is? And let me say this. I want to apologize to Marty because I'm the type of person who lets people have their own opinions, but I do try and get them to shut it down. I do advise them that I don't work for you. I'm not your advisor, nothing like that. If you got a problem with Marty Small, take it to Marty Small. But I do believe in that old saying, like if people are coming to you talking about me, you gotta ask yourself why they feel comfortable talking to, somebody else about you. So, but I think they do because they know I'm in the media and they know, they don't have the guts to ask you the questions they want to ask, so they bring it to me for good or bad. But that's the way it is. But why do you think some people have such a big problem with Marty and why Marty can't, no matter what he do, he can't seem to win?
Small?
Yeah, Marty Small.
Well, Small's in. He's in a public limelight.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But he's clean than the Board of Health.
Right.
I said to somebody the other day, Small's covered.
Okay.
See, he's covered.
Okay.
And he's plugged into the proper juice. It's already flowing through him.
Okay.
So when you got that type of resume,
Right.
you the opposite of people that's looking in and all when pessimistic people see him, they look for the bad. Just like if you're talking to somebody and they waiting to respond rather than listening to what you're saying to them. See what I'm saying?
So they already got their mind made up. Whatever happens, they're gonna be negative about it.
They already got a prefixed mind on Marty. From his house, they see his house. Oh, I ain't get that. He must. I mean, normal people just don't like politicians. They say, how you get that? I wonder how much he paid for that house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But see, you know what? Real rap, I don't, people stop me in the street and that kind of stuff. I try not to hang around with those kind of people because you're right. No matter what, you can sit down there and put $1 million on the table and they'd be like, man, you gave me $1 million. You know I got to pay taxes on that, man.
Yeah. They're going to look for the blessing. They look for the worst case scenario.
Right.
They don't have, I don't know, they just train, they program to see negative.
Okay,
stuff.
well, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Me and you was raised in pretty much the same neighborhood, but I can throw a rock from my house and hit your house.
Yeah.
How much of it is that certain people look at Marty, look at Raymond, look at Karl, and say, you know what, he's from Atlantic City, but he's not from the right part of Atlantic City. How much of it is that? Because I know, I'm going to take Marty out the equation. There's people I know I went to school with, their parents, whatever, because of, and the whole Atlantic City's so small, everybody got the same zip code.
Yeah.
But, there's people on one side of town, I'm not going to say it on tape unless somebody push me. They think, because of where I came from, I'm not supposed to be in little wellness or I'm not supposed to, have anything. It's people who think, how much of it is people just, because of where we from is a problem in their mind? Or is this just something I'm making up?
Well, no. Well, a lot of people are misinformed by people that's misinformed. So that's why I always say, I always tell the young guys when I'm in the barber shop or the sneaker villa or walking down the Ave, bad information to get you killed.
Yeah, that's true.
Because a lot of the older cats think that telling the young guy you got to get this money, get this bread, get your money up, without letting him know the consequences of doing that.
Okay.
See, because every bad choice is a consequence.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? You might get that money up and get your family tied up.
Right.
Because that fast dollar come with a lot of fast consequences.
Okay.
So you might, like a person like me, been on that side, I can tell a guy, listen, I've done that, it's not going to work. So you're not going to beat the statistics.
Right. But I think you might be missing my point. Am I making up the fact that some people just don't like me, just don't like Marty, and they never will because they don't feel like he came from the right neighborhood to start with?
Well, I can answer that.
Okay.
I always say we got a little running joke. I mean, I grew up Virginia Avenue, across the street from VAC, but I've always been accepted, and I've always claimed Virginia Avenue Court as my home because all my friends were in VAC. I hung in their house. It's just that when it came time for the get down, I wasn't a part of it. I had to go in the house. And not knocking nobody, but the Boys and Girls Club kept a lot of us out of trouble, because of that. And it's very important to me because I feel as though that I can't win for losing. It was very important to me to maintain a sense of who I am. Yeah. Because a lot of people get these political offices and positions and forget where the hell they came from.
Right.
And act above. Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
And act above, everyone. Right. And I didn't want to do that because you know what? I said, well, one day I'm not going to be Councilman Marty Small anymore. Right. I'm going to always maintain who Marty Small the person is because that's who I am. These titles don't last forever. I get that. You do one thing and all you got to do is piss off a bunch of people and have one more person go against you to support you. Guess what? You're out of office. And I never want to be in a situation where, that's why I always try to lift up people. All the guys that I know that went away to jail, I get the phone calls in the halfway house. Hey, can you help me find a job? And I don't broadcast it because, like I said, that's what I really like doing. It's a lot of guys you know, from my neighborhood that, you know, is involved in stuff like that. So I always maintain that sense, like, okay, I'm gonna still be who I am, but I'm gonna handle my business. I remember when I first got on city council, and it's funny, right? About a few months later, I went to a party at Club Thru. Just showed up. And people were like, what are you doing here? And that stuck in my mind because I'm like, well,
what's wrong?
I'm getting questioned that I'm going out to be with my peers, but if I didn't go out anymore, they'd be like, oh, Marty think he knew, he think he better than everybody now, he can't do this. So it's just like, it's always like that thing. And also, like, I lived in my same neighborhood my whole life. I lived 232 North Virginia Avenue. We all know Trump came through and took all the properties. I moved across the street from West Side for 2 years when my house was under construction. Moved back to 119 North Virginia Avenue. Lived there, you know, for about 6 years, and then my wife and I, we built our dream home across the street from 119. So I'm in my same neighborhood. And you know, it's sad, and it's just the mentality, because I remember when I was building my house, man, I went through so much. People, you know, saying, oh, well, did I get this house because I was a counselor? Did I get this? And then, you know, the numbers came out in the real estate transaction, and, you know, that kind of shut, you know, people up. I mean, I work for a living. I work very hard. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I've always done right by people. I've always did things the right way. And like I said, it's not just me. I mean, I got a wife. That's why you have a partner. You know what I mean? She has a doctorate, the highest level of education possible, and she's a principal. She came as a teacher. She taught here for about 4 years. Was the vice principal at Uptown for 6 years, and now she's the principal of Pennsylvania Avenue School. So, of course, if you work hard, and I believe that, you know, we're role models to the community. I'm someone that a young man can look up and say, look, if Marty Small can do it, I can do it. And for people to take shots like, oh, well, why am I building that house, where I'm building it at, and everything, and then, you know, like I said, everything is a plan and a vision. I knew all the development that was ready to come around.
Do you get tired though?
And hold on, I'm saying,
go ahead.
You know what I mean, and everything, and it's just like, once again, just like I referenced the party point, you know, if I would have done things and been slick, because I do still own my property on Virginia Avenue, and said, well, you know what, I got a second ward address, but you know what, I'm gonna take this house, we're gonna build this big house in EHT, or, you know, move to Linwood, move to Margate, you know, they'd have been crucifying me. Oh, he think he too good to live in the city now, but I put the house that I want in the neighborhood that I grew up in. That's something that I want. A little kid, they walk past my house all the time, in awe, and I say, look, don't worry about that, this is nothing. Yours gonna be bigger than mine. I mean, it's every day, so I can't worry about what people say. Does it get frustrated? Excuse me. Do I get frustrated sometimes? Yeah. Damn right, I'm human.
Right.
It's just like, you know, for all the good I do, in some people's minds, it will never be good enough. And like I said, I don't understand it, but at the same time, guess what? They just motivate me more and more to be more successful.
There you go. Okay. June 13th.
June 13th, Rebel Ovation Hall. It's going to be, I could say, you know, maybe some poetry reading.
Really?
You know, maybe
spell poetry.
Live bands. It's going to have live entertainment from some R&B performers. It's going to be an oldie but goodie affair, and then at the end of the night, it's going to be the turn up for the kids. All 100% of the proceeds.
And then you have to be 21 to get in this.
Yes, because it will be alcohol served, but all proceeds will go to the Boys and Girls Club. Listen, it's very important that we show people out there how you are going to rally this community and be a part of getting those doors back open. It's very important.
Alright, so I'm going to do my editing magic. Since my panel bailed on me at the last minute, I gotta ask you too about a couple things, and then we'll go ahead and wrap the interview. Thing number one, NBA playoffs. You guys enjoying it so far?
Yeah.
Who do you have coming out of the East? Miami.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Who you got coming out the West?
San Antonio.
Okay.
I ain't no fool.
You think Durant ain't ready yet? You think he ever will be ready?
You gotta get some more players.
Okay. All right. How about you, Biggie?
Miami, baby. LeBron's gonna win. They hate on LeBron
You
too.
speak king of South Beach. I know better than ask you.
Everything's going down South Beach.
Okay.
Nowadays, the owners make money in the concession stands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they cut up. That's what they cut up at.
Oh, yeah.
Sell out. The longer the game go, the longer they pay to get.
See, you know, as an athlete, that's my one beef with almost every professional sport.
It's
now.
switched over.
Well, no, the regular seasons are too long. You know what I mean? Because that's how come like Dwayne Wade is on 1.5 legs now, because he done played 82 games for 10 years. Your body can't take that. But
When
okay.
we was coming up, it was all about sweeping. Remember?
Yeah, well,
My favorite number is 454.
No,
Moses
you know,
made
I get mad at
song.
First he said 4-4-4.
Yeah.
That what y'all gonna do? 4-4-4.
Wait. As a Lakers fan, you know I still get my jaw uptight. All right, you got San Antonio coming out the West too.
I think so.
Hey,
And
When the
I mean, I
money's
think-
on-
I'm talking to big.
Oh.
I think Oklahoma City has a shot because of youth. Because once you said, like you said, but what Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, have done, over the years,
Yeah.
is that he rested his starters every, few games for the NBA playoffs. So,
Yeah.
right now, San Antonio is a hot team. They steamrolling everybody, and I look for Miami Heat to win the championship again.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, it's not pretty, but San Antonio, for people who've been watching the game, San Antonio plays some textbook basketball.
Straight meat potatoes.
Straight meat potatoes, no frills,
No frills.
but they get the job done. All right, moving on. Michael Sam, first openly gay player in NFL. Big deal, no deal, little deal.
No, not a big deal.
Okay.
Until the first guy get knocked out, that's gonna be the big deal.
You think he okay? All right.
Somebody gonna
be popping some.
somebody gonna be stupid enough to be the example.
Wow.
'Cause
I never thought about that.
You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna just say this: in the society that we live in today, everybody has a right to, be what they want to be.
Right.
But I do think that it was a little over the top at the NFL draft when they announced it, and you could be what you want to be, but I just think it was over top in the public display of affection.
Oh, when you kissed the guy.
I just think that was over the top. I mean, what you
I missed that. So
doors, but it was overkill.
Well, see, here's my thing with the whole sexual orientation thing. Anyway, I mean, I've said this. I don't care who you sleep with, one way or the other, whether he was gay or not. So I don't know why people make a big deal about sexual orientation, but on the football field, either you a baller or you not. So it wasn't really a big deal to me. If they like it, I love it.
He's a good player, but
he
they slid his personal life in because it costs. I guess it helps the ratings.
Yeah, and see, that's one of the things I wasn't sure about. Like, I'm gonna be honest. That guy who's on the Nets, Jason Collins, is that his name? I think he just threw that out there to kind of get another year and a half, 2 years in the NBA, because I don't think he was really
He wasn't all the way out the closet.
Well, no. Here's what I'm saying is it's like if you want an all-white basketball team, you're the only guy, right? And they say, well, Mr. Hall, you're just not producing, to where we can keep you on the team no more. And then you go, well, I'm only black dude on the team. If you cut me, I'm gonna call Jesse and Al and all. All right, well, we'll keep you. I kind of thought that's where Jason Collins was coming from. I didn't really see where he was, it really like earned the spot, and it don't have nothing to do with him being gay or not. It's just he pulled the card so he could get another couple of years off, in the NBA. Although I will say this, For what NBA players make, if I was gay, I might have pulled that card too.
Well,
you know what I mean?
well, you know,
The yearly salary ain't no joke.
you know, we in the World Star reality TV era.
Yeah,
So that's why when people fight, they scream World Star,
Yeah.
and people lose their mind. They don't want to lose because they know what's going on World Star. So between World Star, watch. It's
Yep.
Monday, right?
oh yeah.
Watch Facebook around 7:45. You got people tailgating for Love and Hip Hop, cooking food,
Yup.
Ciroc up, turned down. They love it. They call it Monday, a Ratchet Monday.
Ratchet Monday, wow.
That's what they call it.
And I'm gonna go watch Ratchet Monday.
I'm trying. Listen, everybody. Anybody
Okay, I'm gonna
say
let you go. I'm gonna let you go.
anybody say they don't watch that is lying. If you got cable, you gonna watch it. You got to. It's funny.
It's not my thing, but hey, like I said, if you like it, I love it. Last John. Well, and I gotta ask Big this because I know you're an Eagles fan. How do you think the Eagles did the draft this year?
I think the first round pick was controversial, to say the least. I was shocked.
Okay.
I would have took Marquise Lee,
Okay.
but the overall draft was outstanding. And
Okay.
I'm
You
here to
got
say,
anyone Johnny Football?
no, listen, I'm just here to say that the Eagles will go 12-4, win the NFC East, and we're winning the Super Bowl this year.
12-4.
Okay.
We wanted this team. We wanted this team.
Dude, listen.
We wanted it in the season.
He predicted the Eagles gonna win the Super Bowl every year. So
We wanted it at the end of the season.
Okay.
This is something special.
okay. Do you have a little football team?
Yeah, I'm down with that star.
Cowboys.
I'm a Cowboy
And
fan.
I'm getting off the stage now.
I'm a Cowboy fan, but I'm a vintage Cowboy fan.
Oh, okay. So you're not in the Romo era.
I'm with the Mike I'm with the bad boy Cowboys.
Mike Irvin.
And Mike Irvin, right around Emmitt Smith,
Okay.
he was all right.
Okay.
But I like the Tony Dorsett, you know, that
Gotcha.
when the Star, you know, once Deion done what he did at the Star, it ain't never been the same. Deion cursed the Star when he went over there. You
Yeah.
remember at the game?
I remember.
Star ain't been, we
He
need
was
to
on
get,
San Fran, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
we need to get Jerry Jones to sell that team,
Ooh.
but he ain't gonna do that.
I don't know. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I don't know about that. Okay, last question, and then y'all can go watch Ratchet Monday. And this is a perfect segue into Ratchet Monday. Monica Lewinsky is back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you a political dude, man, and watch it because your wife might see this on Facebook.
What is she
think?
back about?
She telling her story
About with Bill.
about what went down with Bill, and she's basically saying this: people have been giving her the business and making it seem like it was her fault. When you look at the facts, she was 19, Bill was way grown, 50 years old or whatever, and the president having an affair with the intern. In what world is that the intern's fault? And that's her. That's the way she puts
When is this coming on?
it. What this?
Monica Lewinsky.
No. I'm saying, you know, she been out in the news, talking, you know,
I don't
saying
pay
that. You don't pay attention to Monica Lewinsky. Do you know what she did? You know, back in the day.
I understand.
Okay, all right. Any thoughts, Karl?
My thoughts on what's going on is Monica. I think Bill Clinton and Hillary is behind this.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
Because everything is about foolery.
It is smoke and mirrors.
Everything is smoke and mirrors. There's too many coincidences going on. She puts the story out, everybody feel bad for Hillary, and then when she run,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's so, look, it's so, you see so,
right there.
you see like the airplane that was missing. Just that, it's,
Watch it, man. Watch it, man.
So instead of the news they can use to set the fuse, this is the news to confuse.
the news that confused the real news. This is what's going on.
There you go.
So in other words, you got to go with your intuition. If you know something ain't right, it's probably not right.
Wow.
See, humans, we like to second guess ourselves. Every time I second guess myself, I got in trouble. Because everybody got a built-in God button.
That's right.
Your conscience will say, don't do it.
Right.
Then you do it, you locked up. Or you caught up
You caught up.
and toe up from the floor up. See all that wrong?
I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, I agree. I agree. Gentlemen, it's
Always
been
a pleasure.
One more time. June 13th,
Yes.
Rebel Hotel
8
Casino, 8 sharp,
To 2 a.m.
Ovation
2
Hall.
a.m. Ovation Hall, gonna be oldies with goodies, little something for
buffet.
everybody.
It's going to be a smorgasbord of entertainment.
I can't spell that.
Neither can I.
But anyway, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us on the Weekend Mixtape and the AM Project. And thank you very much.
Always
Anytime you want to stop by,
Team Breakthrough, I'm glad I know where you at now.
there you go.
I come through without small, we can really get it in. I put a shoe and a suit on.
Well, if you're going to get suited, let me know so I'll be suited too. But